welcome back to my channel. I'm Smoke Sammy, and today I'm going to be reading some stories from r/AmIWrong. Am I wrong for being okay with my wife being in a play that involves physical intimacy? My wife has always liked being on stage acting. Since we have been married, she has been in about 15 plays, some behind the scenes, some as an actor. A few months ago, she landed a part as a lead character in a new play. It opened Friday, and several of our friends were in attendance. We were all surprised by the play. Her character is involved in a love triangle. There are over 40 times where she is kissing or touching or being touched. We waited for her at a cafe down the street to celebrate the play. While waiting, I was grilled on my thoughts. I had to admit I did not know the extent of the intimacy. This was not her first time kissing or touching. I had told her I trusted her and she didn't have to inform me of every kiss or touch. So she had the same thought with this play. It further came out that I didn't care that she did the scenes, nor did I care about not knowing about all the details in advance. Over half of our friends were either mad at me or her. I tried to calm them down, but it really confused me as to why they were upset. Am I wrong for being okay with my wife's acting? No. I don't get why your friends are so pressed. It's not their relationship. Like, you get to set the boundaries of your own relationship. So if you said you were okay with it and you still are okay with it, like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just acting. That's just part of the job. It's weird that your friends are so passionate about it, though. I don't understand. It's not their business. Boyfriend is prioritizing his daughter's pre-K graduation over my college graduation. Hi y'all, I, 26, am graduating from college with my bachelor's this June. My boyfriend, 29, is graduating next year. We've been together for over 2 years and know for sure we're the right ones for each other. He has 2 daughters, 6 and 4, from a previous marriage, and both of their graduations, kindergarten and pre-K, are happening on the same day as my college graduation. Boyfriend and I have been lucky enough to be in the same classes for the last 2 years, but this degree has taken me 8 years, 3 colleges, and 2 states to get. I've really been struggling, and I'd love to feel support for something I feel like I can finally present to the world. He said he had something to tell me that might be upsetting to me in the middle of a lecture last week. Wait, he told you in the middle of lecture? He's planning on skipping my graduation so he can make it to his 4-year-old's pre-K graduation. In his words, he'll be prioritizing that. To be honest, I completely saw this coming. I don't want to change his mind, but I'm struggling with how to handle this. I'm a preschool teacher myself and can assume this graduation will consist of a song and a snack with time spent with his challenging ex and her current partner for half an hour max. I've been lucky to have every class with him in the last 2 years, and I'm so proud that he's able to see the progress I've made. I told him so, and he just emphasized that we'll continue our schooling together, so it's not a big deal that he's missing this. I feel otherwise. I don't have many friends, so my mother, father, and a close family friend are coming out to celebrate with me. I'm so grateful for their support, but I'm worried I'll feel completely empty without him there. It's our weekend for visits with his daughter, so I'm planning on him being occupied with his kids while I celebrate with my family. How do I handle this as an adult who is invested in these kids' lives, but also hurt that I don't get to share this moment with my partner? Okay, so it sounds to me like OP's asking, is she wrong for having these feelings? And I don't think she is wrong. It would be wrong if she was trying to convince the boyfriend to not go to his daughter's graduation. But she's not doing that. She's just upset about the situation, and it's okay to be upset about the situation. So I don't think she's wrong for feeling this way, because yeah, that's a lot of time to put into something. I would want the person that I want to share my life with there too. But it's just unfortunate that it had to happen at the same time as his daughter's graduation. But he should absolutely go to his daughter's graduation. I really like this comment. You're totally allowed to feel disappointed and sad he won't be there. You're not allowed to show it to those kids. Have a friend record your event. Tell your boyfriend to record both daughters' events. Then have a group graduation party and watch all 3 events together and celebrate your achievements. I think that's a really cute idea to have a little graduation party and watch it all together. But yeah, I don't think OP's wrong for feeling the way she does. Am I wrong for telling my friend off over dirty dishes? For the record, I don't believe I'm wrong, but I'd like the unbiased opinion of Redditors. For the past year, I've been helping my friend Leslie, who is a single mom of a 7 and 9-year-old. I take them to school, pick them up, wait with them at home until 7:30 when Leslie gets off work. In that time, I make sure they shower, make them or order them dinner, help them with their homework, play games with them, and tidy up their house by washing the dishes, taking out the trash, and sweeping and mopping. That's a lot. In addition to this, I spend most weekends with the kids as well, taking them on outings to the zoo, to eat, and to window shop. I don't get anything in return other than gratitude from Leslie, and that's fine with me, but Leslie has become used to this and now gets angry when I don't do a good enough job. Case in point. Earlier today, I'm watching the kids as per usual. I open her dishwasher and see a bunch of dishes, so I inspect them and see that they're clean and put them away. Leslie comes home and I leave. She calls me 5 minutes later. Why the fuck did you put these dirty dishes away? Leslie asks. What? They look clean to me. I say, no, they're super dirty. Some of the plates still have stains. This is the 5th time you've done this. Use some common sense and check more carefully. All you're doing is creating extra work for me, and I've had a long day, Leslie says, and I decide to argue back. Well, sorry, it was an honest mistake and you're not the only one who's had a long day. I get you, but if you're going to be helpful, at least do a good job. Okay, fine. You're welcome, by the way, I say. She doesn't respond and hangs up the phone. A few seconds later, I decide not to text her as to not stoke the fire any further. Am I wrong in anything I did here besides being so nice to her? What? Wait, what? Sorry. You're basically this kid's parent, full-time nanny, like, and you're not getting paid or anything? No, you're not wrong for arguing back about the dishes, but you are wrong for allowing this to happen. I mean, I'm sure you probably care about the kids, and that's fine, and I'm glad that they have someone that takes care of them. But, like, you're doing this all for free, and then she talks to you like that? I think you need to get out of this situation or demand some sort of repayment or something, because this is ridiculous. Let's hear some comments. It's nice to know that you're helping your friend out. It sounds like you have genuine love for her children, but her disrespect is a deal breaker. It absolutely is. You cannot be that friend. I would say a friend, period, to her because she has no respect for you. Anybody who talks to you the way she did after all you do for her is completely out of line. And over dirty dishes, there is no excuse or reason for it. I don't give a shit how long, hard, stressful, disturbing, or exhausting her day was. You are a friend, not a maid. Shit, she shouldn't even talk to a maid like that. She got you fucked up. I suggest you let her find out the hard way how much easier you made life for her. Because if it were me, she would have definitely fucked around and found out. The audacity. Yeah, I agree. Like, at this point, stop. Just stop, you know? Sometimes people need to realize how much you're doing for them because at this point, she's just taking you for granted. Yes, you are wrong for becoming these kids' de facto parent. Why the hell are you doing this for free? What is she doing that keeps her from at least pretending to be a parent on the weekend? That's true. Is she just tired? Because, like, everyone's tired. All parents are tired. I am guessing you are fond of the kids and don't want to cut yourself out of their lives, but you cannot continue to let this person walk all over you. You've got to lay some ground rules and remind her that you are doing her a huge favor and she needs to shut up with the complaints or you're done and make your parent on the weekends. She can't keep avoiding her responsibilities, but if I were you, I would let her know where she can shove those dirty dishes and walk away. Yeah, OP, that. She doesn't deserve all that help if she's going to talk to you that way. So this last one's a two-parter. It's the initial post and then an update almost a month later. Am I wrong for shouting at my girlfriend when she repeatedly engages me in conversation due to her jealousy/anxiety after I have asked her for a time out or for her to stop? In a relationship of 3 years with a woman who is affectionate, beautiful, and family-oriented who wants a future with me. However, she is extremely insecure and jealous and sometimes questions me when triggered. Some examples: asks me if I would cheat on her if we see a film and the guy cheats on the woman. She sometimes asks when I make a passing comment like, oh, they don't like each other that much. Oh, he should just kiss this other lady because he's no longer with the other woman. Ask me what I'm doing on my phone and occasionally asks if I'm texting other women. Gets anxious when I don't pick up when she calls and asks why I didn't pick up the first time she rang. Asks me if I love her every day and occasionally why I love her, even if I told her getting asked this question frequently is annoying to me. Asks me if I would cheat on her if a better woman enters my life and leave her for them. This sounds a little bit exhausting, not gonna lie. When she gets really anxious, she will present different scenarios and ask me if I will cheat on her or if I will choose her. This has led to moments where I raise my voice at her because she doesn't know when to stop asking me if I have repeatedly said I am at my wit's end, and sometimes me yelling when she consistently forces me to talk about the issue after I have already asked for space. Am I wrong for losing my cool when I have done nothing and have enforced my boundaries but end up losing my cool when she repeatedly forces an answer or conversation out of me? Am I being a dick for just not answering her questions every time? Okay, let's read the second one, and then I'll share my thoughts. Update. Am I wrong for shouting at my anxious and jealous girlfriend? Is she justified in thinking I am not trustworthy? Update. I have asked my girlfriend why she thinks I don't deserve her trust after 3 years of being with me. Here are her reasons. I have multiple email accounts and dislike when she wants to go through them and read all my emails. I had multiple email accounts years before I met her, and I use them for shopping/subscriptions. I feel like there is no trust if I have to show her every email. I barely mention her to my colleagues when I'm on a work call. Why would you mention her on a work call? Aren't you supposed to be talking about work? I don't mention her as much as I am a full-time remote worker and don't have a close relationship with my colleagues. Additionally, I am private and explained to her that I do not like talking about my personal life as much as I have mentioned her on occasion to my colleagues, just not as often as she would like. I used to have photos of me and my ex on my phone and forgot to delete them. She found out through snooping and thinks I'm not over my ex, but I explained that I just didn't get the chance to look at my old photos and clear them all. I put my phone on airplane mode, but am on Wi-Fi calling, which means I receive texts and calls through Wi-Fi. Only reason why I do this is the signal in my area is horrible and my battery dies if I do not turn airplane mode on. I do not like when she questions me what I'm doing on my phone a lot of the time and questions the features and thinks I'm cheating on her. She knows my passcode and I also have location sharing on, so I don't understand why she thinks I would be hiding something. Is she justified in thinking I'm not trustworthy? I realize her constant questioning is grinding me down, which is why I have been yelling at her recently. Okay, so first of all, you shouldn't yell at her. But I understand how being so frustrated, especially after consistently reassuring her and, telling her, hey, we need to stop talking about this is getting annoying, I can see how it could lead to that. I feel like at this point, it's just wrong to continue this relationship, If it gets to a point where you're so frustrated that you end up yelling and she's still not getting the message, then it's just not gonna work out. It's nothing on you. It's her own paranoia and problems that she needs to sort through. As this person says, why are you investing all this time and energy into a relationship that doesn't work? If after 3 years she's still acting like this, it's time to move on. I agree. She has some sort of disorder. You can't fix her. She needs to commit to working on her paranoia. This is only something that she can fix. There is no amount of reassurance that OP can give her that will fix this. All right, well, that is all I have for today. Thank you for watching. If you like this content or you like me, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye.